baby. Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Life with Queen Sandy and family, baby. I'm your beautiful host, New Orleans Queen Sandy, the beautiful one and only, you heard me. How Life with Queen Sandy and family viewers doing on this great and beautiful blessed day that God has blessed us on? Baby, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy got up early this morning, baby. Straight determined and straight motivated. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know New Orleans Queen Sandy got to start our day off on a positive note with our healing with meals. God always needs glory, baby. Making sure that I feed my family first. And then go and bless those in our community that's in need of a delicious New Orleans 504 meal, you heard me. Ladies and gentlemen, today's Life of Queen Sandy and family's menu for today, baby. I'll be showing y'all how I put it down New Orleans stunner style with my homemade pork and beans and weenies and rice, baby, with bell peppers and onions and fried pork chops, you heard me. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, right behind your girl Queen Sandy, baby, I have my butter melting up in a big pot for my pork and beans and weenies, baby. And also I have some butter melting up in a skillet to saute all my seasoning, baby. And also your girl Queen Sandy already knocked out the rice, you heard me, and seasoned the pork chops. Then I'll be whipping it up and frying it and showing our viewers how I make my homemade New Orleans pork and beans and weenies, baby. Y'all don't know nothing about no pork and beans and weenies. Y'all don't know all that fancy stuff, you heard me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy about to teach y'all how to make a 5-star pork and bean and weenie meal, you heard me. So, ladies and gentlemen, also, your girl Queen Sandy don't have no can opener. I brought one on last year, baby, and it broke. Then I brought it back to Family Dollar and got 2 can openers for the price of the one that I brought back, you heard me. New Orleans Queen Sandy going to be teaching our viewers on how you open up a pork and bean can with a knife, you heard me. So let your girl Queen Sandy throw down and show y'all how I put it down New Orleans stunner style in Fort Worth, Texas, baby. Can't do it like the Queen of N.O. on no day, baby. So let your girl Queen Sandy grab this knife, baby. So far, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy done opened up 1 can of pork and beans, you heard me. Stop playing. You gotta have skills, baby. Survival skills. This is how black people put it down, you heard me. So, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy gonna bust the lima of this can at the top, baby. Like that. While that butter melting in the skillet and in a big pot. And y'all see your girl Queen Sandy already have my hot dog weenies, onions, and bell peppers chopped up, you heard me. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Gotta bust open the llama, baby. What a Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers cooking on this great and beautiful day, baby. Now y'all see how easy that was, baby? Stop playing. Can't do it like the Queen of N.O. on no day, you heard me. So ladies and gentlemen, what New Orleans Queen Sandy about to do right now, baby, is put both of these big cans in that big old pot, you heard me, and whip it up with the butter, you heard me, ladies and gentlemen, and then also saute my onions and my bell peppers and my hot dog weenies, baby. This how you do it, baby. Gotta get a twofer. How many of Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers know how to open up cans with a knife, baby? This that real throwback. Now let your girl Queen Sandy head back over to the zinc and add some water to the cans, baby. You gotta work that wrist like that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy gonna pull it up in this can, you heard me? And work that wrist like that, baby. And go head over here back to my pot, you understand me? Let me turn my camera over to the stove so y'all can see your girl Queen Sandy whipping it up New Orleans stunner style in Fort Worth stunner, Texas, you heard me. Just to get those pork and beans some more juice, baby. y'all see how well seasoned and well flavored your girl Queen Sandy have these pork chops, baby? They just gonna melt in your mouth, you heard me? Sit this right here. Grab my spoon and just start stirring up the pork and beans to mix that butter up in there, baby. I know y'all want a plate, baby. Stop sweating me, you heard me? Can't do it like the Queen of Indo on no day, you heard me? Now, ladies and gentlemen, what your girl Queen Sandy about to do is bring my chopping board over there, baby, and add all my seasoning and my hot dog wieners to the skillet and saute it, baby, and then I'm going to add it to the pork and beans, you heard me? I know y'all jock your girl Queen Sandy DIY braids, you heard me? It didn't even take me long to put these in my head, baby. This gonna be delicious, baby. Y'all ain't got no survival skills like me, baby. Voila! Now, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy gonna grab this spoon, baby, and start whipping up my seasoning and my hot dog wieners, you heard me? Then I'm gonna adjust the fire, put it on A, baby, and add some seasoning to my hot dog weenies and my bell peppers and onions, and also to the pork and beans, you heard me? You don't need that much black pepper, baby. Just a little bit. Hit it with that garlic powder, you heard me? Gotta hit it with that yay. A little bit of paprika, baby. Boy, it smells good up in here already. And some seasoned oil, you heard me? A seasoned oil. How y'all prefer your girl Queen Sandy says? Seasoned oil, baby, with my real New Orleans accent or my professional accent? Seasoned oil. You get the best of both worlds with this black queen, you heard me? Very educated. Don't play no games, boy. Ain't nothing like a New Orleans woman. Take that to the bank, you heard me? We get you full. Not no damn pretty rink-a-dink lame ass plate, you heard me? I had to snap on my husband one day about that, you heard me? There's some girl, well, I ain't gonna disrespect her like that. Some woman on YouTube, you heard me, talking about she fixing New Orleans gumbo in a little bitty pot with chicken wings up in there, baby. That ain't no damn New Orleans gumbo, baby. What you need to do is like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life of Queen Sandy and Family, baby. And I'll teach you how real black people from New Orleans cook, you heard me? We don't cook no food like that, baby. Stop playing. That food is bland, no flavor, no seasoning, baby. Speaking from no experience, you heard me? If you really want to know how to learn how to get down New Orleans style, you need to take advice from a real New Orleans woman, baby. You heard me? Straight like that. Up there, boy, look, she was fixing gumbo in a little pot like this, baby, because her face wasn't even in the damn video, you heard me? But shout out to you for trying. What you need to do is go like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life of Queen Sandy and Family, baby. New Orleans Queen Sandy, the beautiful one and only, you heard me? I can educate you, you heard me? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let your girl Queen Sandy bring this skillet over here, baby. Y'all see how I got the hot dog wieners, baby, the bell peppers and the onions sauteing up in this butter? Gonna be bursting with flavor, baby. Just like I do my butter beans and my red beans, you heard me? Bursting, well flavored, get you full, baby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy is back, baby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what your girl Queen Sandy is about to do, I'm about to batter up my delicious, well-seasoned, well-flavored pork chops, you heard me, and knock it out in a skillet behind me, you heard me. And also, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy will be adding all my delicious onions and bell peppers and my hot dog weenies to my New Orleans homemade, well-seasoned, well-flavored, delicious pork and beans, you heard me. Let your girl Queen Sandy put these weenies, onions, and bell peppers in y'all face again. Can't do it like the Queen of Indoor No Day, you heard me. Remember, look at the videos. Y'all can learn a thing or two from New Orleans Queen Sandy, you heard me. I know how to do it all, you heard me. Never needed a recipe nor Google for learning how to cook. I learned how to cook with my family, you heard me. So, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy gonna add my hot dog weenies, onions, and bell peppers to the pork and beans, baby. Y'all see how flavorful it is with all that butter and also the seasoning that New Orleans Queen Sandy added to the. Now let your girl Queen Sandy whip it up. Well, I know y'all smell it through the phone. I'm gonna bring y'all a plate to y'all door, you heard me. This that yeah to the yeah. Coming up, how many of Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers love eating pork and beans and wieners? Jump in Life of Queen Sandy and family comments and let New Orleans Queen Sandy know you heard me. I know y'all used to love when y'all mama and daddies used to fix pork and beans and rice, you heard me, and chicken and pork chops, you heard me. So, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy got the flour right here, baby. Let me wash my hands again. Gotta kill all those germs, you heard me. New Orleans Queen Sandy have a professional mindset. Get all in your nails after using the bathroom and stuff, baby. You do not do the tripe. I had a multi-million-dollar mindset since I was a baby. Self-taught. Nobody didn't teach New Orleans Queen Sandy Nathaniel, you heard me. I can't wait till we make some groceries. Get some seafood and stuff. And also our baby Prince White birthday on the 29th. Now, back to work, you heard me. He ain't getting nothing for his birthday, you heard me. Because I know he's going to look at the video. So, ladies and gentlemen, what your girl Queen Sandy doing is battering up the pork chops, baby. Get that flour, that well-seasoned, delicious flour, well-seasoned evenly throughout the pork chop. Like that. Well, my family gonna tear this up the day, you heard me. And this is pretty simple to do, baby. I get it popping in the kitchen. I've been cooking since I was 8. No cookbook. Experiential. How that old saying go, baby? You can't be it if you don't see it. Coming up in New Orleans, I was always in the kitchen with my mama, my daddy, and my big brothers, you heard me, always, and my aunties. Me, y'all gotta tell y'all ladies, be a cook and not a hook, you heard me. Ladies and gentlemen, what your girl Queen Sandy about to do, baby, is knock out these pork chops behind me. I already got the cooking oil nice and hot up in the skillet, baby. Also, I gotta stab up the pork so I can cook evenly throughout the center, baby. When you got a husband and kids, you gotta cook every day, baby. Ain't got time for no clubs and all that there. All that's played out. But I don't knock the women that still do that gotta provide for their families, you know. So y'all continue getting that money, baby. You just ain't gonna get it this way, because I'm breaking faces. And that's in reality. God is awesome, baby. Let that old saying go, that 80-20, baby. Not this way. Nobody will never take nothing that I done built for my family, understand me? I ain't no 80 and I ain't no 20. I'm the full 100, you heard me? God is great, baby. How Kanye said, and when he get on here, he ask for a white girl, I'm gonna break her face. God is great, baby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let your girl Queen Sandy knock out these delicious, well-seasoned New Orleans stunner style pork chops behind me, you heard me? Boy, these pork and beans gonna be rolling, you heard me? I got these pork chops popping in that skillet behind me, baby. How many of Life of Queen Sandan family viewers want to plate, you heard me? Y'all know my food be rolling. Boy, when I be pulling up on everybody that need a healing meal, boy, they be dropping the food that they already eating to eat a New Orleans meal, you heard me? And then it's very expensive. Now there you have it, baby. A New Orleans Queen Sandy's delicious 504 New Orleans well-seasoned pork and beans and rice and fried pork chops, you heard me. This is a plate for a king, you heard me. And also, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know that New Orleans Queen Sandy going gang up for my family, you heard me, with our delicious New Orleans 504 New Orleans Queen Sandy's healing with meals. God always needs glory, gang. Pork and beans and weenies and rice and fried pork chops, baby. Can't do it like the Queen of Indo and my family on no day, you heard me. Baby, my family is going to tear this up. And also everyone that New Orleans Queen Sandy and my great and loving family blessed in the community will enjoy this New Orleans well-seasoned, delicious, flavorful pork beans and rice and weenies and fried pork chops, baby. That's well-seasoned, you heard me. Can't do it like the Queen of Indo on no day, baby. This is how you make New Orleans pork and beans and rice with seasoning, baby. And fried well-seasoned pork chops, baby. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all little teeny boppers. Y'all need to start being in the kitchen with y'all mamas learning how to cook. This is what I've been doing since I was a youngin', you heard me. And also as a wife and a mother. Always at home, never in the street, you heard me, making sure that my family eat first. They come before all, you heard me. So, hope New Orleans Queen Sandy taught our viewers how to make homemade, well-seasoned, delicious pork and beans and weenies and rice and fried pork chops, you heard me. Can't do it like the Queen of Indo and my family on no day, you heard me. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. God is awesome, and I would like to thank him for blessing my great and loving family on this great and beautiful day. And also, may he bless each of you and your families as well, ladies and gentlemen. Also, New Orleans Queen Sandy would like to thank everyone that has liked, commented, shared, and or subscribed to Life of Queen Sandy and family, baby. Y'all are awesome, and may God bless each of you and your families. And to those that haven't liked, commented, shared, and or subscribed, what y'all waiting on, baby? Approval? Stop playing. Think for yourself. You can't do it like the Queen of Indo and my family on no day, you heard me. My husband and I and my great and loving, gifted and talented kids and everyone in the community will enjoy this New Orleans 504 stunner pork and beans and weenies and rice and fried pork chops, you heard me. Peace out. God is awesome. Make sure to like, comment, share, and or subscribe to Life of Queen Sandy and family, baby. Matter of fact, do all of them, you heard me. Delicious. Stop playing, baby.